Most of the things you want are built with work that nobody else is going to see. It's all the reps that nobody sees. It's all the late nights nobody sees. All the early mornings nobody sees is where you really get the majority of the things that you need done to get to where you want to go. The strongest version of you isn't built with people watching and you having an audience all around you 24/7. I know that's kind of crazy to hear because of everything going on and everybody just feels the need to be seen and the need to be watched 24/7 with everything that they're doing, even when it comes to private things. But you have to build those things in private most of the time. It's the choices nobody praises and the work that's done in silence. Your future self is built in private. Growth happens long before any results show up. If you want validation, that's going to be the very last thing that shows up. External validation shouldn't be something that you're chasing, if it even comes at all. Sometimes you never get that. It never shows up and you're waiting on it for forever. You shouldn't be chasing that. That's not something that you really need. You should be focused on doing things that are going to elevate you and help you out without you needing extra credit or external validation from others. You should be doing those things to validate yourself and to validate the life that you want to move to. When you train, when you study, when you heal, when you do the things you need to do quietly, you're stacking bricks that are only going to show up in private. You're stacking bricks that nobody else can see except for you. Unless one day we all got some crazy chips in our brain and we can live stream our eyeballs to the internet or something crazy and people can tune in to what you're doing every day or when you're by yourself. It's not going to happen until something crazy like that happens. Nobody's going to see what you are doing and what you have to be doing. You're stacking bricks that are going to matter in the long run. You got to think about this in a long-term game. You can't think about things short-term. If you're here for another 40 years, 50 years, if you're young, if you're in your 20s like me, then you got to think about things on a long time scale, on a long horizon of things. So yeah, it's super boring and it's super private. Let's just say you want to build your credit or you're building your credit up. That's something that nobody else is going to see. That's something that nobody else is going to be able to identify that you're working on or that you've been building for a long time, but it's still something that's going to benefit you in the long run and benefit your family in the long run. And there's a temptation to perform. I've been seeing a lot of things going on about this performative person, like epidemic type deal where people are just doing the most for cameras. They're filming themselves. They're doing all these things that they wouldn't normally do that aren't true to themselves. And they're not really doing things for themselves. Just in general, they're just performing for others. And they always got to post it and try to get some external validation from somebody else. It's easy to get caught up in trying to show your progress instead of just doing the progress, instead of just doing the things you need to progress. So you don't always have to post what you are doing. You don't have to post when you hit that milestone. You don't got to upload when you hit that goal that you hit. You can just do all those things and still stay in your cut and still stay private and keep building on yourself and trying to prove yourself too. You don't have anything to prove to anybody. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. I don't know who you're trying to prove something to, whether it's that person you don't like, your coworker, or you're trying to prove something to a parent, to a family member. I don't know what you're trying to prove to somebody, but do your own thing. You're not here to prove yourself to people. You're here to do what you want to do and to keep elevating and doing the things that you think are going to be best for you and your family in the future. Trying to prove yourself to people does nothing for you in the long run. You might get that sense of gratification when you think you prove something to somebody, but that's going to fade instantly. It's going to fade right away, and then you're going to be left with nothing else to prove to somebody because you're not using the right fuel. You're just doing something because of somebody else. That's another version of doing something for somebody else. If you're trying to prove something to somebody, you're doing things for a whole other person that has their own life. You're not doing things for you when you have your own life to worry about. You're here to do your own things. We're humans. Validation feels good, but don't get caught up in that. Don't let that trap you. It doesn't replace consistency and action. Don't confuse being seen with being built. Just because you're getting eyeballs doesn't mean that you're actually building something that's important to you. I mentioned it earlier, but what does building in private look like? What does building your future self in private look like? It's those nights you're staying up. It's the mornings you're getting up and doing the things you got to do. It's going to be boring. It's not sexy. It's not some cool thing. It's not going to be glamorous, but that's when it really counts. That's when it actually matters. In your spare time too. What are you doing in your spare time? Are you actually training, or are you skipping to go do something else, or are you skipping to just sit and binge whatever new show is out? Are you choosing a book, or choosing to journal, or choosing to meditate or something like that, instead of just doom scrolling all day, watching cat videos or whatever you watch, whatever TikToks you watch, or whatever things that you are just doom scrolling? It's those little choices that really stack up and really compound over a long period of time that produce the best results over a long period of time. It's those moments where nobody's clapping for you, nobody's noticing you, is when you're building what you have to build. That's where your future self is being formed. You ever see a sword get built? You're being forged in fire like a sword. Watch a katana be built. It's very fascinating. Watch a sword, watch a blacksmith make a sword. You're being forged in fire. You're being hardened in that fire, and you're being made into something that really matters, that's really useful, that can be used for a long period of time, that's important. Your future self will thank you for the days that nobody else noticed. It doesn't matter if nobody else notices them, but your future self for sure will, depending on what you do with those days. The quiet grind is what gives you a life that actually feels strong, not something that just looks strong. A lot of people, they put on a lot of facades and a lot of things, a lot of smoke and mirrors, and it's all looks. But if you really dug down deep into their brains and into their lives, it wouldn't have a strong foundation. It's like you see a super nice, big, beautiful house that looks like it's made out of super strong concrete or something like that, some strong wood. You see a nice cabin, and you go down to the foundation, and the foundation is rotted from the bottom up. And if it gets hit with some ocean water, or if a little earthquake happens, the foundation is going to crumble under that house, and the house is going to come toppling over. That's how you got to look at those things. You got to build a strong foundation first before you do anything else. When you build in private, you will be able to live in peace. So if you got this far, my name is TJ. Let me know down below what you're working on in private right now. I want to hear it. Let's talk about it. All right, I'll see y'all.